up, guys? Welcome to Wingboys, where we talk about life and sports and a bunch of other things, and we eat some spicy wings. Right now we have the chili garlic variety of the sriracha sauce. Whatever that company is that makes sriracha, they made this chili garlic sauce. So we're gonna give it a
You
try.
gonna dip? Let's go.
No, I'm gonna take my time, actually.
All right, go for it. Enjoy.
I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Immediate flavor.
You do a bite.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think the whole thing. For what? Anyways.
You know, we've been eating spicy wings. This is the 5th episode. No, I'm sorry. This is the 6th episode. Episode 6. And, you know, eating spicy wings once a week has me really craving burgers. Also the fact that, you know, 4th of July is coming up. I want to ask you, build me your perfect burger.
Oh.
What are the toppings? What type of bun you got?
I had a burger once in Florida.
Talk to me.
It was regular patty. You know. I don't know what kind of bun it was, but I'm gonna add that brioche bun because you know that's the perfect burger bun. But it was a patty. It was cheddar cheese, and then it was pulled pork on top.
Okay.
And I think there was bacon on there too.
It's egregious.
To this day, I have been chasing that burger high.
I don't know if it was Chili's or if it was, it had to be Chili's. They had this burger. It's like that. It's got like, it was a little too much. I didn't like it personally, but it was a burger. It had, like cut sausages. I think it had pork on it too. And bacon on top.
That's just...
I'm not a fan, personally. I'm not a
That
fan.
is egregious. That's a good word. I thought of that myself.
I don't like you. Anyways, so my burger. I'll agree with the brioche bun. Alright? But I'll add toasted, a little bit of butter. Alright?
Okay.
So that's the base we got here.
Okay.
Now the burger, I'm not gonna do a plain burger. I like me a loaded burger. You ever had a loaded burger? You know where you got the jalapeno slices, you got the chunks of pepper jack cheese. You disagree? You're not with me?
Jalapeno slices?
Yes, sir.
I never had that.
You never had a loaded burger then? We have a burger loader. My brother bought specifically for these like half-pound burgers.
Oh, like those infomercials?
Yeah, he's they see him coming a
Did
mile
you say
away.
half-pound burgers?
Either a quarter pound or half. I forgot, but I remember these were ridiculously sized burgers. But you filled it with jalapeno, chunks of pepper jack cheese. All right, and then you get a different type of cheese on top, maybe like a Colby Jack. All right. And then you do a little bacon, lettuce, tomato, onion, and this one you're gonna be against me. Pickles. I know you don't like pickles.
I don't like pickles, but I've been coming around to them in terms of like a condiment, topping, etc.
It's called being an adult.
Alright, man. Why did I come here?
But you know what? Like, I don't like relish though. I won't rock with relish.
I like relish.
What's wrong with you?
Can you pass me that nondescript barbecue water?
Absolutely. It's me sliding the sponsorships away. So I want to get that off my chest because you know I'm thinking about barbecuing this weekend. Happy 4th of July, by the way. This will come out a week late.
Pat Bev wanted to get something off his chest too.
Talk to me.
You didn't see him at the end of game 6 shove Chris Paul?
He didn't want to get something. He wanted to remove someone's chest. He wanted to remove Chris Paul's chest. And it was funny.
He tried to snatch his soul.
Honestly, you saw his apology, right? Where he's like, you know, I'm sorry, that wasn't meant for you. He was like, no.
It was meant for you. What do you mean?
There was so much hatred. You saw on the camera that I had the other side where it's looking at Chris Paul.
Yeah.
The amount of aggression that went towards that push and that charge. No, he wanted to kill him. He didn't want him to continue on. I get it.
He didn't want to let that man see the finals. And Chris Paul got suspended the first game. He's eligible next season.
you have any other comments about our good old Suns? You want to talk about that game, the Suns Clippers game?
I'm riding that Suns train.
I know you are.
They're going all the way. I think it'll be tough if they play the Bucks because there's no one on the Suns that can match up with Giannis. But, you know, I think it'll be a good series.
I agree. But with the Bucks, I don't know what Game 6... So we're recording this Saturday, July 3rd. And Game 6 is about to happen.
You made that sound like some sort of video log. Like this is the Blair Witch Project.
This is our personal...
Saturday, July 3rd.
This is our personal video vlog. Anyways, you said Trae Young is
Questionable.
I think him coming in could, like, with the injuries that are there, I'm thinking that if Trae Young is in, then it's gonna be Hawks in 7. I think the Hawks are gonna get this one, then they're gonna finish off in 7. But if he's not in, I don't know.
I think it'd be a much less interesting series to watch if it's Suns Hawks.
Really?
But I think it's going to be Suns either way.
You think either way they're going to win?
Yeah. Chris Paul's finally going to get the championship he deserves.
I don't know, man. I'm holding out hope for my Hawks, even though they're trailing behind right now. 3-2. There's no real, I don't have any personal joy.
Even though they beat the Knicks?
That's where I'm torn because they also beat. No, they didn't beat the Nets. I don't know where it was. I don't know where this Hawks.
Sixers.
They did beat the Sixers, but I don't know why. I want to see the Hawks win. I just want to see the Hawks win, even though they beat my Knicks.
It's that underdog story.
There you go.
I always root for the underdog.
Clearly not now. You want the Suns.
Chris Paul. Come on. CP3. Cliff Paul, his brother. This is real life brother. He exists. Real life.
You're really struggling today, huh?
I am running on -3 hours of sleep.
Happens to the best of us.
No, it doesn't. Just happens to me today. Hey, this was a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that. Did you forget that we didn't have ranch? We're roughing this one. No ranch. All pain. That's something else I wanted to bring up.
The ranch,
today.
just barbecue water.
I think I wrote it down. How's your week been, though, so far? While we're talking.
Good. I started camp this week. First week's done. I'm really liking it.
Excellent.
What about you?
My week's been good. I can't complain. Been working out, cleaning up around the house, feeling good. So now remember, speaking of the Nets before, do you think Kyrie Irving should have played? And do you think that would have made a difference?
Against the Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he should have played because he was injured. That's why he didn't play, because he was injured. And even Harden played through a grade 2 hamstring issue. So there's that too.
Would you argue that Harden's was worse than Kyrie's?
I don't know. I don't really know the whole situation or story about Kyrie.
Because he seemed fine on the bench. On the sidelines.
No, honestly, I don't really remember what Kyrie's injury was, how bad it was.
It was his ankle. I think it was like a, not sprained or twisted. Maybe it was twisted.
That's right.
It seems something that he could have pushed through. But I get the argument that even if he pushed through it and won the game, that he's definitely not coming back for the finals. He wouldn't have been able to push through. Or the semifinals, rather.
But I think if he could have pushed through it, he would have, because in an elimination game, where the Nets could have won, and then even the Nets could have been eliminated, he still wasn't playing. And for that team to be put together like that, to be in win now, I don't think he would have just not played because he didn't want to. I think that he just really couldn't play.
Alright. That's fair. I heard some, I heard some wrestling back and forth. So, and I heard some good arguments.
Oh yeah? You got sources?
No. I just, other sports fans just talking their talk, and no one is more right than a sports fan in his opinion.
Exactly.
Just like us. Stirring the pot. Something else I wanted to talk about. I knew I wanted to talk about that. Let me pull up. What you got on your mind? What's been troubling you about this sports seasons?
This NHL finals has really been so bad.
You think so?
The Lightning are up 3-0 in this series. The Canadians don't belong there.
No.
They got crushed last night. It's
been absolutely abysmal.
I wanted the Canadians to win, and now they're down 3-0. Like there's no shot.
You want the Canadians to win?
Yeah, I don't want the Lightning to win.
Why?
Because they won last year.
Is it not an impressive story?
Hmm?
Is it not an impressive story to take it twice in a row?
You remember the tight end, Vernon Davis?
He played for us, right?
No, he was on the 49ers for a while.
Davis.
Played for Washington for a little bit.
Yeah.
Vernon Davis.
Yeah.
Apparently he wants to make the transition to acting.
Oh.
And he said he's modeling this transition after The Rock and Terry Crews. Because they both played in the NFL, granted for a little bit.
Right.
But then
I don't think
became actors.
I forgot Terry Crews played for the NFL.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember who he played for. But he did play.
But The Rock is a different story entirely.
Well, yeah, The Rock also got his start with wrestling, really, not even with football.
Exactly.
So that's not even...
Yeah, that's apples and oranges. I mean, listen, everyone's got their thing. You can't, realistically, you can't play football forever. You can either continue going down that road, kind of doing other things, like you could be a coach or you could be, part of the team.
You can, maybe, but I can. I'm both different.
I'm saying you can,
I'm sorry.
first off.
You said you can't play football forever. I said,
Oh,
maybe
you
can't,
okay. I see.
but I can, because I'm both different.
He played for the
Chargers? Falcons?
The Rams.
Rams? Nice. Got that first try.
He definitely did, for sure. Terrence Allen Cruz, born July 30th, 1968. He just like me, for real. But, day off. But no, everyone's got to kind of do a thing afterwards, and they want to, continue different, and, they can. They have the money where they can kind of mess around with that.
These guys are starting to become analysts, which is smart, because they understand the game so much that they're becoming good analysts. Look at Tony Romo.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great analyst and commentator. And Peyton Manning had that thing with ESPN Plus, the detail.
Mm-hmm.
And he was breaking down film. I think that's really smart. Kobe was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously he couldn't anymore.
Yeah. And he also coach.
He
coached his daughter's basketball team, right?
Yeah.
So he always there's some guys that are just continuing in the game, but other people that don't. Nick Mangold, he's got his own barbecue sauce, and I think he's doing something with Budweiser. He I follow him on Instagram, and he's he had his old jersey on. He's I'm back, but he tagged Budweiser, and I'm is this some kind of sick joke? Are you gonna do this to me? You gonna put on that jersey? Remind me of good days. That man was a monster center.
Bro. Easily top 3 center all time.
Oh my god. He was the entire offensive line.
He made Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl consecutive years.
Nah, he was
so good.
I'm gonna have to buy his sauce. He sells a barbecue sauce, something like that. That's what he does.
See what Joe Thomas looks like now?
No, let me see.
He's an old lineman for the Browns. And you know how big linemen are.
Yeah. He leaned out?
Bro.
Oh.
He slimmed out.
Good for him.
A lot.
Yeah,
And now he's bald for some reason.
Hey, man. When you lose the weight, you lose the hair, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus, that barbecue water's hitting.
You want some more?
Nah, we're gonna make a barbecue water tally how many times I say it.
Usually I'll want me to do some more work.
Hmm?
Listen, I barely squeaked by and did this episode.
Listen, it's tough for you to put our handles at the bottom.
I forget one time. Can I live?
No.
Alright, I guess not. Sorry guys, I can't live. But all right, so you know what?
You know what my grandpa used to do? My dad's dad.
What?
He's military, like police. He was a former New York City detective.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a rule in their house, like you can't put your elbows on the table when you're eating. And if he saw someone had their elbows on the table, he'd take his fork and just clean it off, and then stab their elbows.
So
Ruthless. Chose violence every day.
my 6th grade home economics teacher, her parents loved her apparently because when.
Where's this going?
Because apparently when you had your elbows on the table, rather than stab you, she had a little shark puppet, and she would nip your elbow if you had your elbows on the table. Arguably, I think it's worse. I think I'd rather get stabbed.
You'd rather get stabbed with.
I think I'd rather get. Well, yeah, I mean that's just physical damage. The acute psychological damage that having a shark. I don't rock with puppets, so off the bat.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday. Then.
Oh please, I beg you. Because you also get a swift neck chop for your birthday. But so what I was gonna ask you before you brought. Actually, you know what? That reminds me of a funny story. Speaking of forks, all right. My dad tells me my grandma used to. Not used to. It was one time she was eating, in the living room. she was like a steak dinner. She's cutting it up, fork and knife. My dad is across the way, like where you guys are, and he was at the door and he was like just talking big, talking crabby. He's like, "What are you gonna what are you gonna do? You're over there." She literally goes and sticks him right in the thigh. It sticks from that distance, and he goes, "Oh, Mom!" She's like, "You want me to use the knife next?" Yeah, bro. But yeah, no, that woman also chose violence every day. Anyways, if you were a professional athlete, whether it's NBA, NFL, you probably would do what's that one with the brooms?
Curling.
Curling. You would probably do curling.
I do curls every day.
No, you're not those kind of curls.
Hey.
But so, all right, you're retired. You made bank. You were smart with your money. What's your gimmick? What's your thing that you do coming out of it? You gonna do commercials?
Do I still have an income?
Yeah.
Or do I have to continue to do stuff?
No, you're good. This is just because you're bored. You're trying to produce more income out of this, but you're set. All you were smart with your money the whole time in the NFL.
I want to produce more income. If I'm set, then I'm just gonna.
So what are you doing for fun? What's your crazy activities? What are some things you're doing?
I'm just gonna.
You're in your 30s. You're not gonna try and make any more money.
I mean, if I'm set,
you're not gonna
I'll try and do maybe something here and there if I enjoy it. I'm not gonna go out of my way to do something that's hard work if I'm already set. Because if I'm working hard and I'm not enjoying it, then what's the point if I'm already set?
So what would be something that you would enjoy? What would be something that you would find fun and interesting?
I think what I'm doing
now. All right, no, it's fair.
Because listen, if I'm set and I'm not doing this job for the money,
but that's just your summer. What about the rest of the year?
Professional street fights. I'll let people punch me. I'll lose. I know it. I can't fight.
I was gonna say not much.
Claim to be a fighter.
That was so stupid. That's another thing that bothers me. I'm not a big hockey guy. Wow.
There you go.
I'm tired too.
Try again.
I'm not a big UFC guy or a big boxing guy, but these celebrity fights get a little ridiculous. I don't want to see, this one dude. Once you get 100K on Instagram, you used to get sponsorships. Now you get to book a fight.
Hell yeah.
What's going on here?
That's how it is.
But I will say,
hey man, this barbecue water is good.
Jake Paul is very good at what he does. He is a professional troll. He knows how to make money. He is a certified bag getter.
I hate him a lot.
That's the point.
With every fiber of my being.
That's what he wants, and I'm sure you were interested in the fight.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched a single one of those fights.
You wouldn't have gotten any satisfaction of watching him getting punched.
I would have, but I just wait till the next day. Mm-hmm. See other people talking about it. See the highlight videos.
But notice how he's still being talked about. And then another fight.
I'm not saying that he's not smart in how he makes the money. I'm just saying I hate him.
He's brilliant. I was watching a comedian who was saying, I'm going to make him the next president. He's like, I'm going to get behind him, and he's going to be our next president. I buy it.
Was one of these comedians a bear?
I hate you.
All right. Hey. Makes two of us.
All right, I got a question for you.
No, you don't. Anyways.
So I got a question for you. If you can go back in time and change something, but you had to start over from that moment, would you do it? Knowing everything you know now?
I could go back in time and start over from that moment, but I have
Yeah.
all the knowledge that I've accumulated.
Would you do it? And if you would do it, where do you think you'll go?
Maybe I'd do it. And I think I'd go back to August 2016 when I applied to Chick-fil-A and I tell myself not to, so I wouldn't meet you. I'd save myself.
See, you say that, but I really enjoy the time
I'm in
we're
your
having.
basement eating hot wings while you bully me.
Is this really bullying? Am I really bullying you? I feel like
Look up the definition of bullying. I feel like this falls under it.
it's me. It's fair.
Harassment, maybe?
I like the way you said that. But seriously, would you do it?
No, honestly, I always say like everything happens for a reason, even though life is chaos and nothing means anything.
Oh wow.
I always say like everything happens for a reason, and everything that has happened to me, I've learned from it and I've grown from it, and I wouldn't be who I am today without all those experiences. And that's some inspiration for you, for the viewers like you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I agree. I think it's one of those things where
PBS is like free, right? It's like public domain.
no, we gonna find out. But no, I agree. Listen, man, he's single and bored. He's looking for a reason to sue someone. So let's get at it. Agreeing with you, like life's got a funny way of working stuff out, and there's also a lot of stuff that just you can't fix. You can't really even if with all the knowledge in the world, if you know everything that's gonna happen, one, you're not gonna remember everything that happened to you, and two, there's some things that are just inevitable that you can't stop.
Yeah. That's why we have the TVA.
I'm not caught. Yeah, bro, I'm not caught up though.
Okay.
I gotta watch it tomorrow.
Yeah. No, it's not. Oh, next week. Yeah, it's not out yet. I watched the most recent weeks. Crazy stuff. Let me tell you.
It's been good.
Let me tell you.
Out of the three though, between Falcon Winter Soldier, WandaVision.
WandaVision's the best. It's so
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
I like WandaVision a lot better than Falcon.
Really? So I
I'm
didn't.
not saying Falcon's bad.
No.
I just think WandaVision is so much better.
I didn't finish WandaVision. I'm almost there. I'm like 2 episodes away or 1 episode away. But man, not into it. Not about it.
Yeah.
I'm not like.
You're not with it?
I'm not with
How
it.
many episodes in are you?
6, 7.
Really?
I'm almost there. It got better. It got way better.
Right, yeah.
But still, even with it, I'm like, it was just too slow of a start, and it was just.
I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was good, but I also kind of think it's like a little bit of like a stupid premise where it's like, hey, we used to be friends, but we hate each other because our mutual friend gave you the shield.
Well, they never really liked each other. Like there was
Right.
like pretty much because I'm rewatching all the Avengers movies, and like
They only liked
Falcon-
each other because of Captain
yeah,
America.
and like also Falcon was never really like thrilled about Cap chasing him. He was always like, man, you just gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And now this dude's with him, and they're having like couples therapy.
Yeah.
But no, I think and some of the things that they did, I feel like was just a little forced. Felt a little forced, but I feel like there's a bunch of Marvel stuff, even in Wanda. Like it is what it is. But yeah, no, I'm not a big fan.
But I think Falcon and Winter Soldier, honestly, is so good for lots of reasons. But one particular reason is like I see all these new interviews now with Anthony Mackie saying like there's black kids now being like Captain America is black now. Like now I have to train in case he needs my help. And it's like Black Panther. Like I think it's great to have that representation. And it's not even like it's forced. It's just how the story progressed.
No, okay, some of the lines he said were a little cheesy, but I agree with you that I also like the concept. Like one, it's canon, and that's a no regression. And two, I agree. Like there's especially with the loss of Chadwick Boseman, I think it was good to have more like another black representation of a superhero, especially like such an iconic superhero like Captain America.
And I think they're making the new Green Lantern. Like they're following the Black Green Lantern storyline.
Oh, really?
Oh, Hal Jordan's just like the basic name for Green Lantern, right?
Yeah. There's multiple.
I remember
But DC.
the early 2000s cartoon with the Justice League with the Black Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
That shit hit.
That was a great show. All around. All those old, like, I love superheroes, and I love growing up with them.
Speaking of cartoons and stuff from our childhood, if you had to pick one generation of Pokemon, which one?
First one.
First generation?
First or,
Third.
That's Ruby Sapphire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so I'm glad we're in agreement.
If you had to pick one starter.
Charmander.
Huh?
Charmander. Not even close. No, no hesitation. Close second, but also distant second. Torchic. I'm fire all the way through.
You really... See, I'm going Mudkip. I honestly will wholeheartedly and without a doubt say that all of the starters from Gen 3 are immaculate. There's no wrong decision on which starter to pick from Gen 3. There's wrong decisions for every other generation, I think. Except maybe Gen 1.
I was going to say, what's Gen 1's?
But, like, Gen 3, like, you could pick any of those. Not even from, like, a standpoint of, like, strategy and, like, progressing through the game. Like, I mean, like, purely the Pokemon that they are and, like, what they can become.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mudkip turning into Swampert, fire.
It was Marshtomp, then Swampert.
What?
It was Mudkip, Marshtomp, then Swampert.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, from 1 to the third evolution.
Okay, that's what you mean.
And then Trico going to Sceptile, fire.
Yep.
Torchic to Blaziken, fire. Like, it's...
Literally.
They're all hits. No misses.
No, they're all great. I agree. Gen 1, Gen 3 were definitely the most amazing. When did you stop playing? Which game did you stop playing? List out each game from each generation you played. Like, that was your game.
Oh, I started with Ruby.
Okay.
And then I had Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Okay. You didn't have the originals, you had the remakes?
No, I had the remix.
Alright, that's fine. I'll forgive you.
Honestly, I really liked starting with Ruby and Sapphire because that, like, the way they made the Gen 3 games really was so good at teaching the new people to Pokemon how to play Pokemon. Whereas I feel like the other generations after Gen 3 were not as conducive to new players.
In Fire Red and Leaf Green, did they give you running shoes?
I think eventually, like, you had to, like, work your way up to them.
Okay. Because that was, like... Because I started with Red. Like, the original Red.
Right.
If I were...
Walking everywhere, right?
Yeah. There were no running shoes. Like, Gen 3 was so groundbreaking because it had the... fast select, where, like, when you select, like, if you could equip your bike or the fishing rod, and you hit select and it automatically pops it out. It also had the two different bikes where you had the fast bike and the bike that you could do the bunny hops.
And the acro bike.
Yep. And the running shoes was the absolute game changer, and also XP share. That was the first game to have XP share that you can equip, and there was also the first one that you can equip items to, like, your Pokemon to hold. It had berries. Yeah. It was the first one to do berries.
Really? It was the first one to do berries?
Like, that you could plant and grow. I think the other ones had berries too, but to, like, plant and grow, and the hidden base in Ruby and Sapphire.
When it was, like, 2007 with those hidden bases, there were so many people that I was friends with that had that game that I would religiously, like, go to their base because you just could. Like, that was the thing to do.
But my order was... So wait, what was the last one you stopped with them? So you had...
And then after Fire Red Leaf Green, I had Pearl.
Okay.
And then I also had Diamond and Platinum, but, like, I started with Pearl in that generation.
Alright.
That's Gen 4. Gen 5 was, like, Black and White, right?
Yeah.
So I had Black and then White 2.
Okay.
Because for some reason that's how the sequel worked.
Yeah.
And then I had X, right?
Oh, so you went deep.
After? Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
I had X.
You went very far.
And then I had... was there anything in between any of those?
I think it was just remakes.
I had all of them up to Omega Ruby.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get the newest one, like the Sword and Shield, because I don't have a Switch. But, like, I think I want to get a Switch for the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, because those games are good.
I actually stopped. So mine was. Me and my brother owned all of them for each one together, but I had like specific copies of my own. So I started with Fire.
See, what me and my brother did is we started with Ruby and Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
I got Ruby, he got Sapphire.
Mm.
And then Diamond and Pearl, I got Pearl, he got Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Black and White, I got Black, he got White.
Yeah, that's what me and my brother did. And then my brother would buy the other games afterwards because there's like certain things you can only get in certain games.
Yeah.
So I did Red, then I did Silver. So
Yeah.
that was Gen
That's
2.
Johto, yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Silver. And then I did, so it was then Ruby.
I lost my Ruby, I don't know where it went.
Me too, bro. I'm sorry. I have my Red upstairs. I'm still playing my Red. So it was Ruby, then Diamond, and I stopped at Diamond. Yeah, I
That's fair. Honestly, after Diamond, it kind of gets like repetitive in terms of gameplay. But like the Pokemon are still decent.
yeah no.
They kinda-
I play Pokemon Go. I really can't like.
I knew they were running out of options when they came up with Garbodor.
Yeah.
The pile of trash.
And his first evolution is literally a like Turbish. It's like
It's just a garbage
Trubbish.
bag.
It's just a garbage bag.
Trubbish,
Yeah, Trubbish.
Like they
But
got
there's
to that,
also-
and I was like, all right. Man.
But you know what? I always think about that, and then I go back to it. The first ever Pokemon you meet is Rattata. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a literal rat.
Yeah.
And you have Pidgey. Like, not, like there were some special, but for the most part, they all were kind of bland.
Yeah.
They were supposed to just be like wild animals.
Yeah.
But so now I want you to name your starters.
Okay. The first one I had was Mudkip. And then Fire Red, Leaf Green. I went with Water for the most part for a lot of them.
That's interesting.
I went Squirtle.
You look like a water.
Hmm?
You look like a water type.
And then Gen 4, I had Piplup.
Mm-hmm.
Gen 5, I can't remember the starters after Gen 4, honestly. Gen 5, was that,
Hold up.
I'm not even gonna like try and...
I got you.
Was that like Oshawott and Samurott?
Snivy and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gen 5 starters. Yeah, it was.
Because I had Oshawott.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it was Oshawott, Tepig, which
And
you just called
Snivy.
2 for me
Yeah.
today, and Snivy.
And then Gen 6, I had, I think I had the Grass type starter.
That dude, I think it's like
Chespin?
Chespin.
No, I did not have Chespin. I got Froakie.
Froakie.
Because then I had Greninja.
Okay.
And then Gen 7
Got you.
is when I had... Because Gen 7 was X and Y, right?
Sure.
Because I had him.
Oh, I've never seen these guys before.
Yeah. I think this is the...
I think that's
the
Popplio.
Alola.
Yeah. I think so. That's the newest one.
No, the newest one is Sword and Shield. The one before Sword and Shield was Alola. That's the one I had, the Grass type.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I didn't play anymore.
So I was mostly fire. Fire and grass, actually. So it was Charmander, and then it was either Typhlosion or Chikorita. Then Ruby, it was usually Sceptile, but sometimes I'll switch it up with Torchic.
Mm-hmm.
And then Diamond, I